Hi, my name is Thea Singer Spitzer, and I'm pleased to be here with you today.
Hi, Thea.
Hi.
I've been a management consultant for way more years than I care to admit, going on about 30 years now. One of my specialties is collaboration, and it's also a passion of mine. And in that light, I've written a new book called The Power of Collaboration. The purpose of the book is to share a whole different way of working with each other in organizations with you. And that is the purpose of today also, is to share some of those key hints with you so that you can change the dynamics of how things are done in your organization when you leave here. When you talk about collaboration with other people in your organization, and they're in a safe room where they can be totally honest, what do they say about collaboration in your organization and how it works?
Well, in our organization, collaboration is necessary in order for us to get our product to the customer in a seamless, expected manner so that that customer is satisfied sufficiently to come back and do business with us again.
Yeah, that it's how you do business today, is what I hear you saying, right? Anyone else? Different thoughts? Yeah.
In our organization and in organizations in general, recently, it's become conventional wisdom to be a member of the group, part of the team, to collaborate. It almost seems like it's a necessary evil.
So let me ask you to expand on that a little, if you would. Why necessary and why evil?
Well, not everybody is comfortable working in groups or opening up, so to speak, and they see themselves as wanting to be individual contributors, and so being required or sometimes forced to be a member of a group or a team and behave as such seems unnatural.
That's fair, and I think that is the experience of a lot of people in a lot of other organizations. Folks in your organization are not alone. When they're trying to work together, that's often the result. That's not the only feeling, though, of collaboration. And what I want to do right now is share a different kind of collaboration with you. I want to share an auditory example. Imagine, if you would, a renowned Dixieland band, and they're adding a new song to their repertoire. And their individual band members are learning this song right now. And you have access to peek into some of the practice rooms of these individual members. This is what you might hear. Clearly a very talented trumpeter. He knows his stuff. All right, now you leave that room and you go into another room, and this is what you hear there. Another exceptionally skilled person. She knows her instrument and the music that she's playing. Now let's see what happens when they get together and play it as a group. Anyone recognize the song? It is indeed. And it was a magnificent rendition of it. Magnificent not only because the musicians were so skilled and they knew their parts to it, but particularly because they didn't want to and try to make themselves as individuals shine. What they were trying to do was make the piece shine and the band shine. I want to switch topics with you slightly now and talk about Silicon Valley. Most of us are enticed to learn about what makes it tick, why there's so many companies in Silicon Valley that have become so successful, why Silicon Valley has made California the 6th largest economy in the world, not just in this country, but actually in the world. And the secret to their sauce, it's complex. They are doing a lot of things. They're doing a lot of things differently. part of what they're doing differently is their approach for how they bring people together to work together in their organization. I've spent a couple of years working with companies in Silicon Valley, experiencing how they work together and contributing to how employees there work together. And from that, I pulled some of the key practices and principles and put them together in my book, and that's what I want to share with you today. I didn't stop there, though. I went out and vetted it with 28 leaders. Leaders from Silicon Valley, from places like Facebook and Google, Intuit and Kaiser. People from organizations like that and other organizations that you haven't heard of, who are doing things differently from most organizations everywhere else, and doing things very similar to what the others of those 27 organizations are doing. And that is the foundation of this book. And what is at root of that is what I'm calling a collaborative ethos. Whereas in most companies, employees know that they receive the biggest rewards when they singularly fix a wicked problem, or when they come up with an idea that is the kernel, if you will, of that next new product. Those are the people that gain huge rewards in most organizations. In Silicon Valley, though, it's quite different. Employees bring their best thinking. They do their best thinking. They bring their best thinking to the table. And they know that they are going to leave that room with that best thinking looking very different. That group isn't very unlikely to pick Thea's solution, or they're very unlikely to pick Joe's idea and leave those things just in their original form. They're going to amalgamate those ideas, use their communal brains, if you will, and come up with an even better solution. And the employees know that that is what they're rewarded for. They experience it, and something electrical happens when they experience it, when you're a part of a group like that. And when you experience the bottom line results to the organization and how much more successful the organization is when employees are working together that way, and how much more fulfilling it is for the people to be working that way, then they become committed to collaboration. It becomes a value of theirs and not just a set of techniques that they're doing for a certain effect. And that's what creates the collaborative ethos. I'm going to share that with you today. The key question is, how do they do that? And the second key question is it applicable to organizations outside of Silicon Valley, outside of the tech industry, and even outside of the for-profit world? Is it applicable to people in the nonprofit world, to governmental agencies? And the answer is, the exciting answer is it is. It's just as applicable to all those other organizations as it is to this small group of people in Silicon Valley currently doing that. That's what I want to share with you today. So let's get down to it.